Think you need a large garden to grow fresh herbs? Some of the most productive herbs thrive in tiny spaces and provide harvests for months. The key is choosing herbs that stay compact, grow quickly, and bounce back after repeated harvesting throughout the growing season. Let's start with basil, one of the most productive herbs you can grow in containers, raised beds, or small backyard gardens. Regular harvesting encourages basil to branch out and produce even more leaves, giving you a steady supply all summer long. Next is parsley. It grows neatly in small spaces and continues producing fresh leaves for months when harvested correctly. Instead of cutting the center growth, harvest the outer stems first to keep parsley producing longer and healthier. Chives are another excellent choice. They require very little space and return year after year in many growing regions. A small clump of chives can provide dozens of harvests during the season while taking up only a tiny corner. Mint grows aggressively and produces huge amounts of foliage, making it one of the highest-yielding herbs for limited spaces. Because mint spreads rapidly, growing it in a container is usually the best way to keep it under control. Oregano is another powerhouse herb. Once established, a single plant can provide frequent harvests while requiring very little maintenance. Its compact growth habit makes oregano ideal for containers, herb spirals, and small raised beds where space is limited. Thyme earns a spot on this list because it stays low, spreads slowly, and produces flavorful leaves throughout the season. Many gardeners use thyme as both an edible herb and a living ground cover in tight growing spaces. Cilantro grows quickly and can produce generous harvests before hot weather arrives, especially during spring and fall. Success with cilantro often comes from planting small batches every few weeks instead of sowing everything at once. Dill is surprisingly productive for the amount of space it uses and offers both flavorful leaves and seeds. Even a few dill plants can provide enough fresh harvests for cooking while attracting beneficial insects to the garden. Rosemary is a great long-term investment. A single plant can supply fresh herbs for years when grown properly. Because rosemary can become woody over time, occasional pruning helps maintain compact growth in small gardens. The final herb on this list is sage, a hardy plant that produces flavorful leaves while taking up surprisingly little space. Sage tolerates dry conditions well, making it a useful option for gardeners who want lower maintenance plants. When comparing all 10 herbs, the biggest winners are the ones that allow repeated harvesting without needing constant replanting. Basil, parsley, chives, oregano, thyme, mint, rosemary, and sage can often provide harvests for much of the growing season. Cilantro and dill may have shorter growing windows, but succession planting can dramatically increase their overall production. Even a small patio, balcony, or raised bed can produce an impressive amount of fresh herbs with the right plant choices. Many gardeners are surprised to discover that just a few containers can supply herbs for cooking throughout the season. Choosing productive herbs also saves money, reduces grocery trips, and keeps fresh flavors available right outside your door. Start with 2 or 3 of these herbs, learn their growing habits, and expand your herb garden over time. With smart plant selection, even the smallest garden can deliver continuous harvests and fresh herbs for months to come.